Hello everyone, I'm Andrea Silvera and today we're going to talk about my experience in the course of foreign language acquisition and learning. And we have some questions and we are going to answer. The first one is, what was the most rewarding aspect of your pedagogical practice experience? Well, honestly, the most rewarding part for me was just being able to connect with a virtual classroom, and actually see how my teaching um, skills making a was making a difference right there in that moment. What more? This sense of learning wasn't just for them. I feel it too. It's hard to describe, but it was really fulfilling. Um, Another big thing I is that I took away and was how important it is to adapt. Yeah, because it's not everything goes as planned. I think what looks easy to manage it on a paper, for example, might not work in a real time. Mm, well, so yeah, being flexible and really listening to students needs to turn out to be super important, and that's something I carry with me during all my formation, my future professional job, and yeah. The second question is, how did you understand how language acquisition theories involved during the course? What did you learn? Well, at first I have to admit I didn't know much. I have some basic ideas about first and second language acquisition, but in reality, I enjoy enjoy this process. For example, as we dive into the course, I was like, "Wow, this is more complex than I thought." Because we look at theories like sociocultural theory and Croatian theories, Croatian hypotheses, and other ones. And honestly, I think each one add a whole new pillar to my understanding. And really, what I really stood out to me was um, like realizing that learning a language isn't just a brain process. I think it's also social, and yeah, it's also emotional, and it is influenced by everything around us. Mm, what more? And yeah. And the third question is, which innovative activities showcased in the poster at the Agora event did you find most effective for teaching and learning English? Well, I remember one activity that was made to students create their own class. I thought that was super powerful. It's because they use tools like, I remember, quizzes and Kahoot, which made everything more interactive and yeah, and more fun and funnier. What I liked most was that they got picked topics they were actually interested in. And I like that kind of learning because really, I think really was good engagement. And what more, I can say that the student will feel inward and digital thinking, uh, yeah, and while practicing English in real many different ways. Also their peer evaluation part was great too. It, I think it gave students the chance to reflect yeah, and support to one another, which add another level to the learning. Well, and the last question is, what is your evaluation and reflection regarding the products presented at the Agora meeting? Mm, attending the Agora meeting was honestly super inspiring for me because each group brought something unique and creative to the presentation to the class. Mm, what I really appreciated was how the projects relates real challenges. It showed me that research doesn't have to stay on a paper. It can come alive and came to the practice. It isn't just about, I don't know, knowing a method. It's more like knowing when and how to use it. Um, yeah, it was also really, I was really impressed by how well the teams work together and how con- confident they were. And at last the meeting was both um, education and motivating, and it gave me a lot of hope and confidence, in like in the path we are taking. So that is all. I hope you like it and see you next time. Bye bye.